going live here.
Going live.
Hello, everyone, or someone. You might hear a little bit of my grandson Henry in the background today. He's just getting ready to leave. Let's see here. So I'm just a little tardy getting myself together here, making sure they can see me in the group. Hey, Patty, and I'll tell him hello as well. Patty says hi to Henry. Rawr, Henry's a dinosaur. Oh, come on, come on, come on. I can't seem to get my video to come up in the session. Yeah. Hiya, Henry. He says, hiya, Henry. All right, guys, sorry. Hang with me for just a sec here. I'm having a hard time. I can't seem to get my video to show up. Oh, I see what's going on. Oh, let's try this one. There we go. Now I can see me. All right, I think we're going to be in business here in just a minute. Sorry about that. Oh, and now I got to turn off my sound. All right, okay. Okay, well, let's see. So I know Patty's with us, and I know that Kim is with us. Who else is joining today? I have, looks like 4 folks watching. I'm excited to play with you today. I've got some of the gingham papers that were part of the special gift from Kim with order last month, I think it was. So I got a couple things to play with. And did you get all of these blankets out of the back bedroom?
Probably not.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, a little bit of chaos here. Okay, so we are going to color. I'm using the pink gingham paper, and I'm going to use the black gingham paper. Let's see here. I started, and I'm using the Fairies and Furries stamp set. You can see that, I guess, but let me slip this under here real quick. And I stamped up the flying one and the one with the toadstool or mushroom. I'm not sure really what you call it. So let's see here. Oh yeah, that's better. I had to give us a little bit more light. Sorry, I'm very scattered. Okay, so the pink gingham I'm using on one card, and I don't know if we'll color both. It just kind of depends on our timing. And then I'm also using the black gingham on another fun card, and I'm using the new Swirling Stars stencil. And I know it probably isn't in stock, but the Crafty Scenery 1, I think I might use a little bit for the clouds. So I'm pulling those out. Hey, baby, can I have a loves? Goodbye. Hang on, everybody. Hi, sweetness. I love you. Your car seat's in my car.
No,
Got it. Okay. All right. Be safe, please. Let me know when you get there. Okay. Yes, I love the fairies too. Okay, guys, so let's see here. So Swirling Stars, Crafty Scenery 1, the Flying Fairy, and the pink gingham with this little pretty girl. And then your packs also have some beautiful blues and yellows and a purple and a green. And later, when I get a chance to sit down and just play, I'm going to put the green with this cute little fairy. So, anyway, let's get going, shall we? Let me get stuff out of the way here and get myself together. I thought we could start with the fairy card because she's pretty easy, I think. And perfect for the fairies. They are. And you know what else they're perfect for, Kim? They're absolutely perfect for the So Punny set that we just did. The last one that came out. Actually, they're great for all of them. Gingham goes with so many fun things. And so when I was trying to get ideas for layouts for my card, I also pulled the Mermaid Melody ink that we're going to use. But anyway, when I was trying to get ideas, I just went out on Pinterest and I said, I just typed in card ideas using gingham papers. And you would not believe all the amazing ideas that popped up. And I could have probably made like 15 different cards with the fairies and the punny set and the farm. There's a couple of farm sets that Kim has, and there was another one I thought of. Anyway, they're just perfect. Like the yellow gingham is perfect with the corn, and then so lots of fun ideas. I hope that if you guys are, we want you to use your stuff, of course. So a good way to figure out what to do with it is to go out and do a little old-fashioned Pinterest search, and you will find lots and lots and lots of ideas. So what I have here is I have cut a piece of white cardstock, and I don't remember what it is. I think it is like it's 3 inches wide by, let's see here, 3 inches wide by 9 inches long. And then I took it and I scored it at 4 1/4. So I have a 4 1/4 this way, and I have another 5 inches this way, because I wanted a little bit of an overhang on this. And then I stamped the sentiment, one of the sentiments from the set, "You make me smile." There's also "So fairy, happy you are my friend, sending hugs and fairy wishes, and have the fairy best day, sweet friend." So those are all really cute, and we can put one on the inside of this as well. So that's a piece of paper that I started with, and then I'm going to cut this black gingham down to a normal card front size, but I'm going to leave a little bit of a border on it for a black base behind it. Let's see if I can do this sideways. I'm not sure. We'll try it. Let's see here. So I want it to be 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, and I want most of this stuff, trying to see which way I want it to go here. I can't remember if I had the big or it won't matter once I cut it anyway. Okay, so we're gonna go this way first, and I did 4, and I just a couple of like 4 1/8, because I want to just leave a little bit of a border this way. It reminds you of spring. Oh yeah, I can see why, Patty. That's awesome. These papers are really cool too. I didn't realize that they have these cool like watermark effects on all of them in some place, with little splashes and some distressing. They're so beautiful. I just love them. Let's see. So that was a little over 4. Then we're going to go the opposite direction, and I'm going to go a little bit, 5 1/2, and then another 1/8, so that I have just a little bit of an overhang there. Okay, so that's going to be my card base, and it is going to go on. Oh, for heaven's sakes, what did I do with it? I probably left it in the bedroom. I did, but I'll go get it. So I have a black card base that this sits on, and what it is just instead of the card opening like a typical card, it's an A2 card base, but this goes on top of it like this, and then the card itself opens like this. So you'll see it all come together, but I'll have to run back into the bedroom, of course, and grab the black card base that I cut. Actually, really surprised I got anything together this afternoon. It was quite a deal. Okay, so then what I wanted to do, I was just messing around, and I thought it would be fun to, I also have pre-stamped the fairy, and I've got her on a die-cut piece of cardstock for coloring. And this is 2 1/4 inches by 3 1/2 inches. And then I've got a piece of really pretty blue, sparkly cardstock that's cut just a little bit bigger all the way around. And it's gonna sit on here. Yeah, baby distractions are wonderful and difficult. And also, with the snail mail, I didn't get my package until Saturday, and so I just was kind of, you know, scrambling today to get things together, but I was like, I really want to play. We're going to make this happen. So anyway, this is going to go on top of here, but before we do that, and then I've got a piece of black card, another piece of black here to just frame it like that, and it's going to be really pretty. It's going to be really cute. So the first thing, though, I thought we would do before even coloring is I'm going to tape this piece down because I want to stencil on it a little bit. And I practiced a tiny bit on this. Who knows if it will actually turn out the way I practiced, but we'll see, right? I think that should hold it down okay. Okay, so I grabbed the Mermaid Melody, and the first thing I'm gonna do is take this cloud stencil, and I'm gonna just put some clouds on here. And most of it's gonna get covered up, so that's okay. So I'm not gonna be, and I don't want my clouds to be super dark, so I'm just putting a little color wash in here, right? Going along the edge, and I'm not bothering too much. Every time I'm just shifting it a little, just a little bit. And I'm just kind of using whatever I've got on my brush. And I'm trying to focus along the edges a little bit more so I get more clouds. And there's, you know, I'm packing them in there pretty tightly, but that's okay, right? Scooch. There we go. Got hung up on something. Okay, that got a little dark, but it's going to get covered up. That's all right. We're not worried about that. Got lots of ink on my brush. Scooching again. Let's see here. I haven't used this in so long, and I love this. Like I said, I don't know if it's in stock. I think some of you probably have it because everybody fell in love with it when it came out. But there's also the Crafty Scenery 4, I think, has clouds too, and moon phases, and that's a really good one to have as well. But I have this commitment to myself this year that I'm gonna try to keep using some of my older stuff that just does not get enough love. And, oops, that's dark, but that's okay. Talking doesn't mesh necessarily. Okay, so we have like a really pretty cloud pattern, right? And we could kind of continue it one more time on the bottom. I'm just going to do a really, really light on the inside, right? Super light. Because I just want a little bit more. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, and then I'm going to take my Swirling Stars, and I'm going to use, geez, God. Let's see here. I'm just going to go in the corners. Okay. Nothing like a absolutely giant sneeze while I'm trying to do my life. Okay. All right, just in the corners. And then I'm gonna flip it. And I'm gonna come down here and I'm just gonna tip it a little bit because I want a couple of the stars to go, excuse me, I want to come down by where the sentiment is, but I don't want it to, I don't want it to cover up my words. So I'm gonna just stick a little bit of tape right in here to kind of protect it a little bit. Oh gosh, I can't stop laughing about this. Okay, okay. So then I'm gonna color down here. Oh, Kim, my husband, you'll have to watch the replay, but he sneezes like so loud. It's ridiculous. And he sneezed really, 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 really loud. Okay, so I'm just putting some in the corner down here, and then I'm going to open it up and just keep it. I used the tape also to help me hinge it back down where I wanted it, and I am doing it much darker than how I did it before, right? You thought the dog barked? Oh yeah. No. Okay. Okay, so let's see how we did. Cool, I like that. There we go. So I have, see how that lines up? And then we'll be able to put a sentiment on the inside as well. And then we've got the stars just up on the corner. And then, let me make sure that my piece is gonna fit. My piece is gonna fit on here, and you can still see some of the stars and the clouds. And we can, so that's gonna be really cute. Cool. Nope, yep, that first one's not Crafty Scenery 4, and Crafty Scenery 4 does have the clouds. I just didn't grab that one, I'm sorry, I should have. So let's see, I'm gonna go ahead while I've got this out.
Could you try again?
Oh, be quiet, Siri. Okay, let's see. I'm very discombobulated. Okay, so let's put some glue on here. Alrighty, and I'm just gonna drop it down here. Drop it down on there. And just leave a fairly even border all the way around it. Alrighty, there's that piece, and that piece is going to go on our gingham piece. So I was just trying to kind of decide if I wanted it to be the splatters here or the splatters on the bottom. And I think I like the splatters on the bottom, so I'm going to do that. And I'm going to use my graph paper to help me line it up pretty good. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's get that down. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3-ish. About right about there. It looks like that should work. I'm dropping it on there, and like I said, there is a black base that goes under this piece of paper. Alrighty, and then that's going to go on there after we color it, and then we'll flip it up and it'll have the sentiment in here. So this is going to be just great. Okay, so let me show you, before I start coloring, I wanted to show you the second card that I kind of put together for us, and this is using the pink paper. And let's see, what did I do here? Yeah, so this one, I'm going to use the smaller side up, and then what I did is I made a crease first in the paper so that I can fold it and cut it over and lay it on the paper on top of it. And this is actually a layout I got, one of the layouts I got when I was searching Pinterest for ideas. So let's see. So what I did again is I just very carefully took the edge because it's hard. I mean, I have a really hard time lining it up and scoring at an angle and getting a good score. So what I did, and what's nice about like gingham paper, paper with squares, paper with lines that you can tell where you're at with, is I just very carefully kind of just kept pulling it over until I could see where it lined up with one of the bottoms of the lines here, because I figured it would be, you know, pretty level if I did it that way. And then I just scored it and folded it over. And then this is gonna sit on, a piece of white paper. And then I have a pink cardstock that's gonna go behind it. And then we have another layer, and then this little sweet gal is going to go on here too. So let me grab, I'll be right back, sorry. I was laughing so hard my nose started dripping. Let's see here. Okay. So, but this piece here, I want the swirling stars to peek out up here, and then I'm going to fussy cut her and put her down on the bottom. So I thought that would be really cute. So what I couldn't decide on is if I wanted to stay kind of monochromatic, I think, but then I changed my mind and decided I want to do yellow stars because there's these almost yellowish colored aging or distressing spots on this paper. So I think that's going to be really pretty. I'm going to try really hard to not get the blue on there, and let's see, do I want the swirls or do I want something like that where it just peeks out? Keep in mind this is going to go over it, so we could do just swirls in the corner, which might look kind of cool, or we could do kind of the circular. I don't know, that might be too much, but let's see what that looks like. We could do the circular stars. I don't like that as much. We're gonna go this route. Okay, so I'm gonna tape that down really quick. I'm gonna try to pull it so that it's coming. I want it to look like it's coming at kind of an angle with the fold. So we're just gonna kind of pull it in like this. And I want to tape over here because I don't want to accidentally color on the cardstock where I don't want color to be. Thank you, Patty. I'm just seeing your comments. All right, so, and then I'm going to I grabbed the Yummy Yellow, which might be a little bit bright, but I think if I can try to not go too heavy-handed, it'll be okay. So I'm just going to swirl some color in here. The Summer Sunshine might have actually been a really good, or the Morning Marigold, because they just, although the Morning Marigold has just a touch of orangey to it, that's actually one of my favorites. The Summer Sunshine is one of my favorite yellows. And I don't know, let's see, how are we doing? That needs to be a little darker, I think. Or a lot darker if you just pounce your brush on there, and there it goes. Alrighty. I think I got it. Let's see here. It doesn't have to be super dark. Oh, that'll work. Sure, I like that. I love this stencil, this new stencil, so much. Okay, let's see here. Okay, all right, so I've got that down. Now, we can do one of two things. So here is the cardstock base, and I'm just gonna put this on here first. Well, yeah. What I'm gonna do I maybe don't want to put it on there yet. I want to pick a sentiments up here because I'm just going to stamp the sentiment right on this panel. So I need to decide what sentiment I want. So I'm just going to tack, oh, I brought this so I wouldn't forget what I was doing here. So I'm just going to tack this down with my little magnetic board here so that I can kind of see where I want it to be, right? And then, all right, so this piece covers the white and goes over it just a little bit. Like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna put a sentiment up here. So let's see which one would work well for that. That'd be fit nicely in there. Have the fairy best day, sweet friend is cute. Sending hugs and kisses and fairy wishes. That's too long, but I could put it on a piece of white paper and stretch it out too if I don't like where that is. But this one looks like it might just fit in there, barely, but it might. We could do that. But also, so I cut a piece of paper to go behind this as a, what do I want to say? A layering piece. But I think I'm going to cut it out and lay it the other way. So I have my little scissors, and I'm just going to trim along my score line. And then I have a piece of pink cardstock that I can use as a backer on there. And I don't usually like go freestyle, but I'm gonna try it today. It looks like I have a wrinkle in my So I have the small side on top. I'm gonna have the big piece over that. So I'm just gonna lay that on there. I'm gonna leave myself some edging, like so. Oh Lord, I don't know, I'm too afraid to do it by myself without my paper cutter. So I'm gonna grab my paper cutter. And I'm going to line it up. Make sure I have the edge of it okay. I don't need a great big huge mat on it. There we go. Okay, let's see. And then guys, it's really bugging me that I cut that crooked. All right. This is the danger of doing it that way, but at least I know where I want it, and now I can just cut it. You know, I can just follow. What's nice about this little paper cutter is it will do the smallest of increments and hang on to the paper, which is really nice. There we go. Now I have a nice clean cut, which I'm happier with. So let's see here. I'm gonna put this away before I stick my hand in it. Okay, so that's my pieces. And then we could stamp a sentiment on there. But I'm gonna have to run in the bedroom and get some black ink. And I'm going to lay this in here so I know where my edge is, because I don't want to go over my edge. Okay. Sentiment. Where are you, Sentiment? It might be fun to do a different color too, but I think with the yellow stars, I wanted to make sure that it shows up okay. So just gonna kind of put it right in there. Okay, that's where I want it. Slap a magnet or two in there. It's at a cattywampus angle. This ought to be interesting. Okay, so I gotta just go grab my black ink. I will be right back. I'll grab my black cardstock too. Let's see here. So I'm going to stamp this in Wicked Black. Yeah, this has been getting a workout lately, so I have had to like do multiple pounces because I keep forgetting to bring out my refill and take care of it. So just have to do it a couple of times. Almost. One more time. I try to find the juiciest corner of the pad when I'm doing it. There we go. I think that should do it. Alrighty. I do have one of those tools somewhere, but I don't know where it is. There. Oh, I like that. Okay. So, put this in there. There we go. Get that out of the way. All right. Oh, a little black line on there. Thankfully, it's going to get covered up. So, then I'm going to take this. This is really bugging me that my edges are weird, but it's okay. I'm going to take this and put it down. It's always on my to-do list, Patty. That and cleaning my Copic markers. It just seems like it's such, by the time you let it go so long, and then by the time you decide you're going to sit down and make it happen, because literally, in my case, it's because I can't use any marker or ink pad that I have anymore because everything is so dirty that it takes forever and it's painful. Okay, I think I'm pretty close to lined up there. I just am leaving a good edge because I know I want, actually could have come up a little bit further, but that's okay. I want this gingham piece to go over the top of it, like so, and it looks funny until I cover it. Oh, it's gonna be okay though, right? Okay, so then I'm gonna put this over the top. Your markers need some loving too, huh? Yeah. Okay, here we go. We're just gonna line this up. I'm gonna make sure I leave about the same amount all the way around. There we go. Then what did I do with it? Somewhere I have, there it is, that piece of paper that I cut. So we're gonna line this up. And it's going to go on top of that, and we're in good shape. I'm thinking I might pop it up a little bit. But we'll see. We'll see how first we'll get it glued on there. Ah, got it down there too fast. Thank goodness for liquid glue. If you sit things down a little too quickly, you have a little bit of wiggle room. Depending on how much glue you use, of course. I mucked that up a little bit, but I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so do I want to pop that up? A little bit, I do. So I grabbed some super thin foam pieces, and I'm going to go ahead and put a couple on there. Glue sticker or scissors. So I'm being careful about what I use my other scissors for here. Oh, shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. No, I can't do that. I gotta go get my other scissors. Darn it. Sorry guys, I'll be right back. All right, that's better. I don't want to ruin my other scissors. I was trying to be stupid, and that's not a good idea. All right, let's see here. So then we have another piece to get in there. This is some pretty good sticky stuff, too. There we go. And then we'll just cut a couple more in there. Ah, can't quite get it in there. Let's see here. There, I think I might have got it. Sort of. Sorta, not. Okay, let's see here. Oh, good gracious, you guys. Sorry, I don't know what in the world my problem is tonight. Oh, all right, we're just gonna put this on there. On the struggle bus of life, I'm on the struggle bus of life. Let's see here. Got to make sure that it covers most of the, I don't want to like a funky all right, boy, that looks delightful. Let's see here. Okay, well that was a lot of fun to watch. Sorry. You're laughing so hard. I'm so glad you are laughing, Kim. I'm so glad. All right, let's see. Before I glue that baby down, let's just make sure I haven't done something atrociously wrong, and it looks like I'm okay. I can do that. Sweet. Let's do that. Yeah, I know. You would never use that much phone tape? Oh, that's funny. See, I don't know. I use I use way lots of foam tape, don't I? I just don't want like a funky wrinkle in the middle, but who knows if it would actually do that. But instead, I could spend 15 minutes fussing around like I did. Look how beautiful that is. That was just gorgeous. I did such a great job. Let's see here. Where's my glue? There's my glue. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to put tons of glue on there on top of all my tons of tape. Let's see here. And I got to stand up so I can see what I'm doing, and I hope I don't knock my phone off. All right, and again, you know, it's helpful to have these wonderful guides of the squares in the gingham paper to help you be somewhat straight. Ta-da! Look at that. I'm excited. That actually worked. What do you know? Okay, so we have that part of it. Now we just have to color our beautiful little girl and cut her out. She's going to go down here and she'll get popped up as well. And so let's do that really quick. I have this one stupid piece of tape that won't leave my finger no matter what I do. All right, there we go. Alrighty, so I already colored her face and I used a combo of E53, 51, and 50 on her skin, and then I used E02 for her cheeks. I might have used a little bit of E11, but I don't think so. And then I thought what I would do is... I'm laughing at myself. Okay, so then I thought what I would do, I forgot what I thought I would do. Oh, I'm going to give her purple hair and a pink dress. So I have V12, 15, and 17. And then I have RV 53 and 63 for the pinks for the dress. And I have BG quadruple 0, I think, for the wings. So I'm going to do the wings first because they're the lightest color. You guys are just getting a full live video experience today. In the background, my dogs are wolfing their food down so loud it's vibrating in my ears. And then they burp, and then they're slurping their water. It's just like, wow, I am so glad that today is the day that this is happening. All right, so I'm just filling in where all of the wing is here. And later I may go back, I have a glue pen, a real fine tipped glue pen, and put some glitter on the wings. I think that would look really pretty. So I didn't grab it, and that's okay. I will show you guys later. So there we go. BG quadruple 0. And then, excuse me, goodness, froggy. I have the giggles so bad today. All right, so I'm gonna do the hair now. And I have the V12. I don't know if this is going to turn out, you guys. I'm just messing around, right? So I'm just going to lay down a little color to see where I want things to go, where I'm going to mimic some of the darker shades in a bit. Usually I color dark to light, but hair that's sort of curly especially, I tend to start with the light instead, and that, I don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. I think I might have just colored her ear as part of her hair, but it's curly, so I'm not going to worry about it. I think that I did. And all this lighter color is going to be on the outside anyway, so I'm just kind of giving it a good start, I guess, if you will. Yeah, that's definitely her ear. Oh well. It's not going to look like an ear when I get done. Oh, the dogs you've had at work. Yeah, no kidding. You've been trying to work on your album of the October Cottage. Oh, Kim, I haven't even started, and I have so many pictures. I was so inspired by what you did the other night with your journaling thing. I was so inspired, and I wanted to sit down and play desperately because I have so many really fun pictures from our trip, and just the wonderful memories that brought back while you were doing that was so fun. I just can't wait to do it again. Let's see, so now I'm going to switch to V17, and I'm going to start here where her ear was supposed to be, and I'm just going to make it a really dark curl. And I'm going to go here. Going to go under, around the ear, around this ear. She's got her hair tucked behind her ear. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. The weather was so beautiful here today. We took Henry to the park for a while. He got really, really mad when it was time to leave. He did not want to leave. And he wanted me to, kept saying, Nanny, Nanny, climb up this slide. Or he'd say, Nanny, Nanny. He'd want me to climb up the slide. He can't talk quite that good yet, but. All right, this hair is kind of curly and kind of wavy, so it's a little bit different for me to color, but it's really fun. I figure that I can't really mess it up because it is wavy, and if you have wavy hair, you certainly understand how that works, huh? Okay, so there's that. And then V15, we'll come in with a little of that. A little bit more. Just blending it a little bit. See, you can't tell it was her ear anymore. Okay, and then I'm going to come back again with the 12. You wish you had wavy hair? And volume. Oh, you have wavy hair, but you wish you had her volume. Yeah, no kidding. I used to have really thick hair. I don't anymore. It's super thin. But it's very kinky, wavy. In some places, it's very curly. It just has a mind of its own. And in some places, it's completely stick straight. It's really a joy. And it's got lots of gray now. I'm letting my gray grow out. So, okay, so there's her purple hair. I might come in with a pencil or something a little bit later and add a little bit more definition, but it's pretty. I like the color. Hey, Jennifer. Thanks for popping in. So now I'm going to give her a pink dress, and I'm going to use my RV63 because it's pretty close to the darker color here in the panel. So I'm going to try that. Oh, let's see. Did I miss some wings? I did. Let's do her wings first. Down here, she's got her bottom wing. So going back to the BG 000. I think right there. And right in here, I think. I got it. Oh, well, I just turned 59, Patty, so I feel like, I don't know, I really didn't want to go gray, and I don't have a ton, but enough that it's just really a hassle to get it colored, and it's so expensive. I'd rather spend my money, I just hope I look good at gray. If I don't, I may change my mind, but I'd rather spend my money on craft supplies than trying to do my hair, and then I tried to do it myself, and that's just a disaster. That's just really a pain in the butt to do your own, color your own hair. I have so many friends that say, It's so easy. And I'm like, it is not so easy. Not for me, apparently. All right, so this is, what did I tell you? RV63. It's a little darker under her knee. Oops, I colored the squirrel's tail a little bit, but it's gonna be brown, so I think it'll cover. I really like this color, it's pretty. All right, and then I'm gonna grab the RV52. You know, gray hair looks so pretty on some people, and I've envied it a lot on some folks. So thank you, Patty, for the vote of confidence. I hope so. My grandma had the most beautiful. Well, both my grandmas had gray hair. My one grandma didn't stop dyeing her hair till she was almost 90, though, and my other grandma started going gray when she was in her 30s. And so I only knew her really mostly gray, and she had pure white, gorgeous hair. I used to do your mom's, yeah. I wish you would, Kim. I need somebody to help me, because really that's what I'd really like. I'm not truly ready, I don't think, but sometimes necessity speaks. Okay, oh, I like the color. That's pretty. What do you think? All right, I'm just going to come in and just add a little bit more pieces. I wish you lived closer to Kimmie. I wish we both lived closer to each other. Alrighty, let's see, how'd we do? Just a little bit of extra whoop-de-doos here and there. There, that looks okay. Yeah, definitely prioritize buying craft supplies. I agree. I can spend a lot more money for $170 on craft supplies than less like 4 weeks of hair color, but and it's not even like it's a fancy color, like, you know, lots of tones and whatever. Okay, so where in the world did I put? I see I went over a little bit. I'm just gonna fill that in. Okay, now we have the squirrels, and I think I grabbed a 17 and a 15 for one of them. We'll start with this one. Thank you, Kim. I'm glad. It was kind of like pluck and pray on the colors today, hoping that I actually had them clean and able to use them. Pluck and pray. Does anybody else color that way? I bet you do, and you just don't want to admit it. But you can if you want to tell me, because you're safe. You're safe with me. Alright, I'm just kind of following some of the lines with the E17. And then I'm going to come in with the E15 and just fill in the rest. There's so little. I'm not going to waste a ton of time trying to be real precise on extra shading and whatnot. We have these squirrels outside my work that I've probably told you guys this story before, so if I have, I apologize. But they will come pester us all the time. They are so cute. I love these little tiny squirrels. But they will pester us all the time. They'll come plaster themselves up on the window. And one of the gals, a couple offices down from me, feeds them all the time. And so when she's not in the office, they come and bug me. And I don't have like peanuts and stuff for them. I just don't feed them. because they kind of scare me, and I'm afraid to open the window, and I'm terrified one will run in and then I will be in trouble. Okay, there's that one. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of a different color in the ears. This is an E34. And then I'm going to do this one. That was her first mistake. No kidding. It's crazy, Kim. And they are very aggressive. They'll chirp at us, and they just get really like irritated when they want food and no one feeds them. But she feels like they're too adorable not to feed, so. So this is, I forgot already, E34. And I'm just kind of swirling in some of this color here. They're little. And it looks like I went over on the hand a little bit, so I'm just going to grab my E51 and color correct a tad. There we go. Then I'm going to grab an E31, I think. Yep, that's what this is. And I'm going to fill in a little bit more. This one is a lighter colored one. I don't know why I didn't decide to color them both the same. Variety is the spice of life, right? Let's see here. Just put a little bit of shading in there. Color the foot again. All right, so looks like we need a little black nose. So I got an N7 because that's the first one I grabbed. So I'm going to give that one a little black nose and that one a little black nose. And then I have an R43 because again, that's what I plucked. So that's going to go right there for the mouth. And then we have the toadstool. I'm so fast coloring. You know, I'm not taking a ton of time actually. Sometimes I color a lot more meticulously, but I find that on color alongs, I do tend to color a little faster. I think it's because I worry a little bit about how long I'm taking, and people, you know, having taken the time to watch the video, or you know, the live or the video, and I just feel like funny about taking up too much people's time. So I do tend to color a little faster than I do at home when I'm enjoying the process more and just really relaxing. Plus, I'm never, like, I don't consider myself to be a person who could necessarily teach others to color. You know, little tips that I've learned along the way. I've taken some coloring classes. I try to really apply that sometimes, but mostly for me, it's about the joy of doing it, right? And if I start getting too fussy about it, then the joy goes away. So I try not to do that, and I try not to project it, but you do worry, you know, when you're live like this. So what I'm doing here is, this is a Y, what is this? Y, ask why. Y31. And I'm just doing the top and the bottom. I wanted to do a colorful toadstool or mushroom, but I just hit a wall in terms of creativity. You get it, you panic every time. Yes, I know, it is. It's terribly, like, I mean, I don't know. So many people seem so calm, and Patty, I would never guess you're panicked ever. Some people are just so calm when you watch them, and me, my hands start shaking, and I start getting faster as I go, and I worry, and then my heart starts beating. It's kind of funny. I mean, I think if people only knew, if they only knew, and I think most people do, you know, they're, let's see here. So I'm just putting in a little bit of like another layer, if you will. I was going to say coat, but it's not a coat of paint. It's just my Copic, where I just want a little bit more shading. And generally, if I wait a little bit longer and let it, you know, the color saturate down in, it's better, but I'm not doing that right now, so it's okay. It will all dry together, right? You do get more saturation though when you wait. Okay, so that was YR 31. You think the same about me? No, you do not. Oh, that's so nice, Patty. Thank you. You're such a sweetie. All right, I think I grabbed, yep, an E44. This might be too dark, but let's see. I also thought I grabbed an E41, or sorry, 43, but I don't see it on my table. So we'll start with this and see what we get here. Yeah, that's pretty dark. I'm really excited to see, I know what Heather gave me a sneak peek of her gingham card tomorrow, and you guys are gonna love it. It is so cute, and I just really hope some of our crafty peeps will share some of their creations with their papers. I'm trying not to hoard my papers as much as I have in the past, because the truth is I have finally figured out that there is always some new paper, I'll say that again, that I must have that is so cute, and you can only store so much, right? So I am learning or trying really hard to use up and not hoard it, but just get the joy out of playing with it. And just keep going over and over this, you guys, because I kind of just want to, I'm just not really sure how I want this to look, so I'm just kind of playing as I'm talking to you. And I think I'm pretty okay with that, so I'm going to let that be, but I'm going to try. Oh, I think I don't have my 43 because it's dried up, probably. You're hopping a flight and coming over for dinner. Ooh, me too, Kimmie. Can I be there? Roast beef and gravy and potatoes. Yum, that sounds fantastic. Let's see, I'm gonna try 31. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna like 31. 31's okay. 31 is okay. I can live with it, I think. I might go over it again. We'll see. Okay, so there we go. I went a little bit outside the lines in a couple of places. I'm going to just try to push it back a little bit with my Copic blender. I do have a white gel pen if that doesn't work. And I'm going to fussy cut her later, and then I'm going to pop her on this card, and I will show you how that turns out. I might take a strip of the green gingham and make grass. I think that would look really pretty, and pop her down there. So I'll think about that, but I want to color this fairy quickly. So she is, I want to do some blues and whatnot. So I'm going to start with her skin, and I'm going to do an E11 just around her hair, under her chin, and just right there in the crease of her shirt. And right here where her cute little petal skirts fall around her legs. And a little bit under here, on her hands. Around the mouse's ear. And around her hair, okay? Then I'm gonna grab E50 something or other, 53. And go, whoa, look how terrible that is. Holy cow, we got a blowout. I don't even know if that's gonna work. Well, it's still working. All right. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen a marker look that bad. Ooh, look at this, you guys. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh, but it's working. So we're just going to keep going until it doesn't. All right, and along the outer edges of everything. Oh my gosh, I seriously have never seen a marker look like this ever. And down here. That's so funny. Okay, we need to do a clean along instead of unless a color along. I agree wholeheartedly. This is E51. These are not my normal skin tone go-tos, but I am using them because, you guessed it, my E11 and 21 and 4 and 00 and 000 are completely dirty and dry. So, but this is a great compromise. And it blends pretty darn good. I mean, you know, a little bit of shadow still there, which is fine. That's what I kind of was going for anyway. And then I'm going to grab the E50 and fill in just a little bit more around the middle of her face. Smooth out any color that kind of needs it down around here. And then I'm going to grab my E02 and give her a little bit of blush. Looks like I colored right over her mouth, but that's okay because I can put in some. I know you're not supposed to do it too circular, but that's the way it is. Okay, then I'm just blending it out a little bit here. There, that turned out okay. And then I can put my E43 again because it's still laying on the top. That's her tongue. And while I'm at it, I'm going to give the mouse a little tongue. And I pressed a little hard, but that's all right. Okay, so I think for her, what I thought might be fun is we've got blacks, black and that really pretty blue. So I'm going to do her wings in purple. And I'm using the V12. And I have this really cool purple glitter pen. It's kind of like, you know, those Sakura, oh, that's not what they're called. Can't think of what they're called. Anyway, I'm going to put that over the top of it and add some glitter to the purple wings. Try not to go over too much. I'm thinking, I don't know what color hair to give her. Brown maybe? Since we gave the other one purple hair, I think I just kind of want to do something a little more traditional. I could do blonde hair, I guess. Blonde hair might be all right. I don't know if that's a wing or her hair, but we're going to call it a wing. We're going to err on the side of wing this time since we colored an ear. Look at this, I missed her ear. I don't know what my deal is with ears. Okay, we have an ear. I can't even say that, Kim. Something or other. Let's see, what am I doing? Oh, her ear. Here we go. Okay, that was 53, the worst looking 53 marker you ever saw in your entire life. And then I did 51 and let's see, what is this? 12. That's going to go right there. Okay. How pretty. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this again, and I'm just going to keep in the shadows a little bit here. Okay, there we go. I'm not going to get too fussy about it because I think it looks very pretty. I don't see a Diana either. I was wondering about that as well. Blonde hair. Let's do blonde hair. So we're going to need a yellow, a couple of yellows, and maybe a 31. Okay, so I'm going to start with an E31. And I'm gonna have to move my, these are tough magnets. So I'm just gonna put in a little bit of brown highlight just to add a little bit to it. Okay, thanks, Kimmie. Oh, you got noticed she was watching. Oh, thanks, Patty. All right, so this just, you know, makes it less, I don't know, yellow maybe is the word I'm looking for. Words are hard, you guys. Words sometimes are really hard. Okay, there we go. I think that'll work. And then I'm gonna grab my Y13, this might be too yellow, but if it is, I'll tone it down a little bit with Y31. Fairies can have very blonde hair though, right? I'm hungry. Kim put in there that she was having roast with potatoes, and that sounds so good. Now my stomach's growling. All right, ooh, I kind of like her yellow hair. I'm just gonna go over that again, blend out a little bit more. And then I'm gonna take this YR31 and I'm just gonna swoosh in a little bit of that too, so it's not too crazy yellow. And I mean, I am swooshing, like I am paying no attention to rules about it. I'm just putting some swishes in there. Okay, wonderful. All right, so I chose some blues for her dress. Kind of wanted to do green, but I think I'm going to stick with blue. I don't know which blues I want. So that is BG01. This is B04. Oh, sorry, is that a BG? Yeah, I don't want a BG. Maybe I do. This is a B04. That's too dark. BG05 is pretty. Oh, and then I grabbed a couple other Bs. Okay, that's a BG. And this is a BG. So we're gonna go with the BG5, 2, and 1. Yeah, fairies can have whatever color we wish, right? Okay, so we're gonna I'm starting with the darkest, which is the BG05. Then I'm going to color the bottom petals of her skirt a little darker than the rest. And then I'm going to grab the 02 and blend in. And then I'm going to grab the 01 and go over it all again. Okay, and then I'm going to do the top of her dress, so right around the mouse's head. Got to be careful not to cover this because that is actually the strap on the bag that she is carrying him in, so I got to be careful. I got a little green there because of the yellow, but yeah, no, it's handmade, right? And then I'm going to go back under here. And just a little in the corner again. Then I'm going to grab the BG02. Let's see here. And blend it in. Oh, I like it. It's pretty. Let's see. It looks like she needs to have a blue band in her hair. It probably is green leaves, but we're going to make it blue. There we go. And then we just need to color her bag. So I think I'll go ahead and grab the, I keep opening the wrong end of my marker. This is E31. So I'm just going to color the bag. It's like a burlap sack. Excuse me. Because it's earthy, right? And then I'm going to grab 34, and I'm just going to come in. Oops, color a little bit of the mouse, but that's okay. We'll fix him. And then one more little bit of the E31. Fill that in. There, that'll work, right? Okay, then it looks like we could probably, I think this might be her shirt. I'm gonna color that. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to color that sweet little mouse. And I think I'll just use neutral gray, like an N2. Let's make sure this guy works. It's pretty dry. I don't know if that one's going to work. How about this guy? This is a 3. We'll go with an N3. I hardly ever use my N markers. I love my T markers and my W markers a lot. And my N's are usually used more for shading of things than coloring of things. I love my T's. The T series are the very best, I think. Okay, there's our cute little mouse, but we'll put a little bit of, I'm going to use my E02 color inside the ear. And then I'm going to grab, if I have it, my N1 and go over that so that it's not quite so bright. And then I'm going to grab my N7 and I'm going to make the eyes a little darker and make the nose black. It's scary to dot the eyes with your Copic marker because if you miss it, you miss it. Okay, so there we go. There's that. Now, let's finish this card. So remember I had this and I went and grabbed my black base, so let's stick that on there. Lots lots of glue. We don't want it coming apart on us, right? We have C and W. Oh yeah. You don't have any T's? Oh my gosh. I love the T's. I love, love, love the T's. In fact, I would give away my N's. Ooh. If I had to give one of my grays away, it would be my N's. My C's are, you know, because metal and stuff when you want to color those. Okay, so this is the card, like I said. So it is not a card that opens. And if you wanted more writing space, you could put something on the back, like almost like a postcard. But this is the part that's going to lift up. And the reason I didn't color the fairy directly on here is because I didn't want the Copic showing through. But this is where it'll lift up, and we'll have another, we can put another message if we want. Or we can just write in there, and look how easy that will be to slip into the mail without having to worry about an extra stamp. And I think it's pretty obvious that, you know, you have to lift this. In fact, you know, granted, they can't sit it on a mantelpiece or whatever, but I think it's pretty obvious. You get the idea about how it works. So I'm just gonna lay this on there, try to kind of get her in there without standing up in the right spot. I want her to be terribly crooked. There we go. I think I got her. I think that looks okay. My glue's drying, so it's going to have to be. And so like I said, then I can come in later and I can, and you can embellish too. You could put a couple little what do I want to say, enamel dots or something. But I'm going to grab that glitter pen and do the wings so that the wings are, oh fart. I glued that down. Hold on. Ah. Hold on, come on, don't you dare tear on me. I did it. Ah, okay, this is supposed to go on here. There we go. Let's try that again, peoples. My goodness. My goodness. Whew. Okay, here we go. We're doing this again. Don't rip. Patty, I wish I'd have seen your comment before I realized what I did, but you know what? It's okay. I think the good Lord takes care of fools. I didn't tear it too badly. We're good. We're golden. Now I can stick it back on there. I mean, it was cute without it, right? But that was the whole fun part, was to put the sparkle on there. Phew is right. That's the whole fun part. Because then, you know, sparkle wings, I was talking about the sparkle wings and then realized that I needed to add the sparkle layer too. So let's see here. We kind of lined up a little bit more on that side, this side. There, I think that's pretty good. Oh, that's much better. Yay, I like the sparkles too. I like the sparkles. Yeah, I wanted the sparkles. That was the whole reason for that. And then you see the pretty stenciling behind it. You see it there, ta-da. And then this one I will fussy cut. I'm going to pop her up. I think I'm going to take a tiny strip of the green gingham paper, cut it like grass, put it on the bottom, and then this one will be ready to go too, and I will post that one in the group later. So, hour and a half into our session. Thank you for sticking with me, Patty. I sure do appreciate it, and I hope if you're watching this on replay, you dig out those pretty gingham papers and you do something fun with them. So thank you so very much. I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.